Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I have been in a very inspired and motivating era right now, and so I moved back to my desk space. I reorganized my entire stationery collection and consolidated it all in this playroom. I share this room with my kids' toys, and I call it the playroom because it's got their toys and mine. And so in today's video, I am actually going to be talking about restarting a failed insert. And so here I am back at my desk space, no longer at my dining table, though I still have my trusty stationery cart in case I need to journal in other places of the house. So let's get started in today's Journal With Me video. I've been putting more effort into my social media content, specifically YouTube, and so I felt the need to restart my failed social media content planner insert. And every time I start this insert, it doesn't last very long. It's undated. I've maybe been in this insert 3 times. This will be my 3rd or 4th time restarting it. And I just need a place to organize all my scattered thoughts regarding social media. I tried to plan my content for Instagram, but being a mom of 2 small kids, a lot of the times I would get frustrated when I would push my plans or my goals to the next day, to the next day, to the next. And seeing that arrow go to the next day every single day of a certain week was getting discouraging. And no matter how many times I tried to restart this insert to plan, it was the same story all over again. I knew what I needed. What I needed was a blank space to write maybe my goal for that week and all of my to-do, but not assign it to a certain day. I don't know why I tried in the past to assign certain tasks like film on Monday, edit on Tuesday, voiceover on Wednesday, and those tasks would discourage me when I couldn't get it done that day. This insert, I believe, starts in October or November of 2022, definitely in the fall, just like the fall is coming up this year. Maybe that's my renewing, maybe it's like my rebirth into this insert. I stopped at this page to read this entry that I wrote, and I'll read it to you here because I think it's really interesting. On January 13th, 2023, I wrote, "Today is the lowest engagement on Instagram I've had in a very, very long time. Only 2 comments, the people I've tagged, on my reel today. Less than 300 views with the trending audio, and I posted it around 12:30 p.m. I've had a great decline in reach. On the 11th, I had the largest unfollow day, at least for this month. Not something I've ever looked at, but 17 follows, 10 unfollows, which is 7th growth. Anyways, maybe I shouldn't be posting every day. Maybe I should try every other day or 3 times a week." If you're a content creator, you know the treacherous water it is and the difficult mental headspace it is to be a creator, doing something that started off as a passion and we hope to still be a passion, but wanting to share. If a friend told me that, I would completely tell them, like, who cares about the numbers? Who cares about the follows? Just post what you want to post. And I still stand by that. But to read that I was so focused on low engagement, losing followers, reading the tone of it sounds kind of just a matter of fact. And I'm still that way today. But I definitely have seen a lot of growth in myself in terms of my social media consumption, I guess is the best word for it. I'm wanting to focus more on me. I find that doing YouTube videos, I'm less likely to scroll on Instagram because after filming, I do need to spend more time editing, doing voiceovers, and getting great quality videos for you guys. And if you're not a content creator, I hope this just serves as information and maybe an insight into what goes on in another person's head. It's really easy to say on the other side, oh, I'm just going to post, I'm going to start this Instagram just for myself. But once you start getting that feedback, it's that dopamine, serotonin hit, and you kind of just keep chasing it. And then it's this treacherous waters of getting that dopamine and then not from low engagement. But at the same time, that's not why we did this in the first place. But now your brain knows. It knows that feeling. It wants that feeling. And so Unfortunately, I see a lot of my friends stop their Instagram or stop posting because of the low engagement. And if you're one of those friends, I say, F it. Just keep going, keep posting. I've started to look at my Instagram as a digital archive where memory keeping, journaling, we have all these analog and written details about our life. And so why not on Instagram and make a digital format? And so I look at posting on Instagram as a way for me to have a digital archive of my favorite posts, my favorite photos, my favorite things, and less about making content for other people. Because the minute you start making it for someone else, then you lose your heart in it. So I'm technically restarting this insert, but I've already been in it for a week. I wanted to test out a layout before I continued on with it, and I really did enjoy it. So starting this week and setting it up will be my first complete week in this insert again. I had set up last week, but only actually journaled in it or was planning in it for 3 to 4 days. So this will be my first full and complete start week. And restarting this insert number 3 or 4. Honestly can't remember. What I have on the right side is my goal for the week. So for this week, my goal is to decide on a YouTube uploading schedule. Not an exact schedule, but a rough schedule. So something for me to look forward to, follow up on, and just keep myself accountable. Then I wrote down my YouTube titles of the week. So my previous video I just uploaded this week is a journal with me, my visit to 𝘠𝘵𝘠 studio, and my California travel journal. This video is restarting a failed insert and social media content planning. Some other things I'm writing here are some notes that I took researching on best upload times, and I'll let you guys know because I'm not a gatekeeper. The information I read was to upload Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thursday, Fridays, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Saturday and Sundays in the morning or in the early evening. And so I put those notes down just for me to have a little bit of information and guidance in choosing a time that's best for me to post, and just something to set some boundaries and some rules for myself. In all of this content planning, I am wanting to do a reminder to self when I am in this insert. So for this week's reminder to self, it is, you attract what you put out. You don't want everyone. You don't want just anyone. You want the ones who care, who get it. The ones who matter will follow. The ones who don't follow don't matter. Last week's reminder to self reads, you don't post for anyone but yourself. This means you can post as little or as much as you want and anything you want. It's not about the likes or shares. It's about the memories. On the left side of the page, I've decided to split the horizontal weekly in 2 sections. The left side dedicated to backlogging what tasks I actually did, so I won't be writing, for example, film on Monday, edit on Tuesday. Instead, after that day is done, I will write down what tasks I did complete in order to have a sense of fulfillment and accomplishment when flipping through this insert, and just remind myself that it doesn't matter when it gets done as long as it gets done. Then on the right side of the horizontal days, I am adding my meal plan, my breakfast, lunch, dinner, even though it's not necessarily related to YouTube. But I do need a place to plan that and track that. Eventually, maybe it will be something like what I post on YouTube versus Instagram, and maybe I'll try that for next week. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. If you're a content creator, what are some of the internal mental struggles that you constantly have to fight? I know it's a personal topic, but it gives others who are looking to start creating content an insight and something to be aware of. If you are not a content creator but do enjoy consuming content from others in this journaling community, I'd like to hear your thoughts on maybe what you've learned or what has been insightful in terms of hearing from behind the scenes of content creation. I know there's so many talented people out there, and we get drawn to certain people. I myself have a handful, 2, 3 creators who I religiously watch and I'm just so inspired by. And whenever I hear their inside thoughts on this journaling community, it definitely opens my eyes to how human connection is so important and how we rely on others in this community. And I think that's what makes this hobby so humbling, so wholesome, and I'm so glad to be a part of it, and I'm glad to have you here with me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.